Alright guys, how's it going? It is Wednesday the 17th of October 2018 and you're watching KopTalk.tv. Alright, how are you doing? You alright? It's a bit of a Groundhog Day because I've made this video earlier today for you, uploaded it along with another one, and I wasn't happy with them, so I deleted them. I'm a bit of a perfectionist like that. If I'm not happy with something, I don't do it, you know what I mean? I just fucking start again. It's first day back, you know, so it's a bit, you know, getting into the mood again. Obviously, I was away recently for my court case in England. I was accused of using a mobile device. Back in September 2017 in England. It took 13 months to go to court because I challenged it. Represented myself in court. Basically, I cited the 1981 case between Regina and Galbraith. All right, I'm not going to go into it. It's about no case to answer to. It's at the halfway point after the prosecution have made their case, put forward their evidence, brought their witnesses, and now cross-examined the police and everything. I did all that, you know what I mean, like a boss and that. Yeah, and then it got to the halfway marker, and that's where I raised this this Regina versus Galbraith case of 1981. It's a famous thing to do in law. If you're ever in trouble, you know, you've got to make sure you know your business. And basically, there was no case to answer to. So basically the magistrates agreed with me. You know, they were like, yeah, they've just listened to the prosecution. The prosecution have no evidence. They have nothing against me. They didn't bring mobile phone records to prove that I was using my phone. Yet I did. That showed I wasn't using my phone. Things like that. I didn't even have to produce them. I didn't get that far. Because the case got thrown out at the halfway marker after the prosecution, so I didn't have to defend myself. All right, so it got thrown out. I wasn't found not guilty because it didn't proceed. There was no evidence against me, and had it proceeded, I had a folder like that of everything that that I could have used against them. So at the time of the alleged offence, and I told the police officer I'd be challenging it. He said, no court will believe you over me. Right, so just you remember that, guys. He said, no one will believe you over me. No court. I'm the police. It's my word against yours, and they won't believe you. All right? And because I've got 6 points on my licence already, 3 points incidents for speeding in the UK, both from leaving Liverpool on that M62 many years ago. They were still on my licence. I would have been disqualified, you know, if I'd been found guilty. And it was really funny because the prosecution, she tried to get the magistrates changed, because I'd gone into court and I brought up some things and that she didn't want the magistrates to hear, so she tried to get them changed, but she failed. And it was just a complete fucking, you know, it was awful, guys. I mean, I know it was only a driving thing, but it was awful. And you know, like I said, at the time of the alleged offence, the police officer, he said on the radio, you know, to his colleague, he went, well, he said he's going to challenge it, so that'll be a day out in court for us, and at the end of it, he'll be disqualified. Do you know what I mean? That wasn't the case, was it? So he got his day out, but I wasn't disqualified. So yeah. Do you know what, guys? I knew everything was going to be all right at the start. Do you know why? Do you know why? Because the head magistrate, the chief magistrate, what's the actual name for them? The chairman magistrate, the one in the middle out of the three. Do you know what his name was? Mr. Bacon. I shit you not, Mr. Bacon. Absolutely fantastic. All right. So that's out of the way now. That's been over me for a long time, and I can continue to drive. Yes. So that's that. That was why I've been away. Obviously, we had the international break and everything. Very quickly, there's something else I can't talk about, which is to do with business. I was telling you about, you know, the last few weeks, alluding to it. It's very positive. It's gone in my favour. I've signed a non-disclosure agreement. I can't discuss it. It's to do with a project that I'm involved with. All I can say is my bank manager is very happy, as am I. All right. So good news for once, guys, on two accounts of good news over the last few weeks. And I've been dealing with that. Then we had this international break, and you know, my long-term subscribers, you're like family to me. I like to explain to you what's going on. So it's all done now. Do you know what I mean, guys? So we can move on. We can go forward. So it's very hot in here. I've turned the aircon off to make this video. I want to talk to you today about Barcelona having an interest apparently in Dejan Lovren. Obviously, they would, because he is one of the best defenders in the world. Yeah. He said that himself, you know, so it must be true. So I'm very quickly going to just ask you, do you believe there's any truth in that? The suggestion is that he's been shortlisted by Barcelona, could move there in January if they, you know, step up for him. There's nothing more you can add to it. That's one link, one player that they're supposed to be interested in. The other, more concerning link of the two, of course, I'm sure you'll have heard this week, is that Barcelona are interested in Roberto Firmino, and I think that's got more strength to it personally. I don't think there's been anything at the moment. I don't think there's anybody credible saying these things. I just think the reports that are originating from Spain. I don't know. Would you be bothered if Lovren went in January to Barcelona? How much would you want for him? Is that really, because it's always Barcelona, isn't it? With Suarez and Coutinho and all that, and now it's like, oh, we might be interested in Lovren. That I'm not too concerned about. The Firmino one is something that bothers me, and it's just, what I do now from my position, from my point of view, is I now listen out for anything now to do with that, because you see how it starts and how it grows, and then it's who says what, yeah. So the video, really, I want to just to be welcome back, and say we're back, we're going to get back on track with the videos. Now it's been a terrible couple of weeks for me personally, with the stress of everything, but it's all resolved, fantastic. I'm very tired, and just to say, we're going again, right? Because we've got the weekend. This international bollocks is nearly out of the way. Nobody's interested, and I just want to get on with it. And like I said, the Lovren thing, I just think that is idle speculation personally. I can't see that any truth in that. Honestly, I can't. The Firmino thing, you would have to look at it and say that is the type of player that you could see them going for in the summer. There was some quotes that I mentioned in my previous video, but I don't think I have them anymore. I did mention them earlier, and I know I would normally read them out to you. I'm sure you're fully aware of them. Basically, it was a journalist from Spain saying that Barcelona wanted Firmino, and that's what they were going to look at and stuff like that. So I did go over all this in a much longer video earlier today, but the first 6 minutes of that video was me just trying to catch up with you guys. So I tried to do it as quickly as possible. So you'll have to excuse me. I'm not really on form at the moment. Look, I even forgot to put my glasses on. I like to put my disguise on, guys. You know what I'm saying? I like to put my disguise on. Can't be doing with all them autograph hunters when I'm out on that. Anyway, so I'm back, and normally when I delete a video and that's it, and I think, fuck that, I'll deal with it tomorrow, I'll do something else, but I wanted to get this one out because I just feel like I hadn't spoke to you for a while, and you mean a lot to me. You're my peoples and that. So okay, so let me know how you are, let me know what you're doing. Is there any news that you want to talk to me? Is there anything that I should be discussing with you? Lovren, that was what I asked in the video earlier today. Lovren, how do you rate him at the moment? When he first came in, nobody liked him. Then they said he was fantastic after a while, and now people are not really bothered again. He's only figured a couple of times this season, hasn't he? Gomez has been, I was going to say fantastic. Gomez has been very good. How would you be bothered? So what do you think about Lovren? Your current opinion of him now, right? What do you think about him? Would you let him go in January, and if so, how much for? Do you think there's any truth in it, in the Lovren link? I don't at the moment. Firmino, I'm not going to ask you if you'd let him go because I know the answer to the question. However, do you think there's anything in that yet that would suggest that they may be looking at him? I think possibly yes, but I'm not too concerned at the moment. But my advice to you would be just to, listen out over the coming weeks and months. To see if them fuckers start, because you know what they're like when they start unsettling players. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, that's the video. I do apologise for fucking up earlier today with my other content, but I like things to be right. I like things to be right, and it's just taking me a bit of time to get settled again. I don't even know when I got back. Must have been last week. Yeah, it was last week, wasn't it? It's been a while. I mean, if you follow me on Twitter and Instagram and places like that, and Facebook, Dunk, D-U-N-K, Oldham, you'll already know all this, because you were all buzzing for me last week. But if you're just a YouTube guy or something, girl, whatever, then you've been wondering what's been happening. Because a lot of the comments on here before this video was like, good luck and everything. So I just think it's only fair to let you know that I succeeded. And don't ever be frightened of taking these people on. Alright, and you can represent yourself as is evident, and you can succeed. So, there's rights and wrongs and everything in life, you know what I'm saying? definitely. And he was a fucker, you know what I mean? If he'd have been... I'm not going to say anymore. I'm not going to say anymore, you know what I mean? There's good and bad in everything. It's as simple as that. And, yeah. It's over, it's done with. So, guys, I am back. I will be in here tomorrow. We will find something to talk about tomorrow if it fucking kills me. But I do think that we need to get back into the habit of churning out regular content again on here, on dkb.tv, on the podcast. I need to be focused. I need to be back and doing my thing. Do you know what I mean? And it's only possible with you guys commenting. So get the comments in. Everyone that you post comes through to me on my phone. Unless you're a cunt, and I've already previously hidden your comments, which means that every time you post a comment, it's hidden and you can see it, but nobody else can, which I think is better than blocking someone. But yeah, the good people and that, get your comments coming in, and just so I can see what you're thinking about stuff. Yeah. All right, Lovren and Firmino. Let me know your thoughts, guys, and just remember this: I love you.